Hi folks, Rich here from Create Waterloo, and this week we're going to look at all things drum set as well as percussion in accompaniment with the song that Christa looked at last week. We're going to focus specifically on the pre-chorus and the chorus this week. So if you listened to last week's video, you'll see that Christa put together the melody where you're doing the vocals alongside the guitar or the ukulele. So the first section we're going to look at is the actual pre-chorus, which is a section that is 4 measures in length and it's repeated 4 times. So how this is going to work on the bass drum is we're going to start out with a bit of a heartbeat theme for 2 repetitions, and then we're going to go into a full 4 on the floor kick drum. So what I mean by this is, so we have our tempo here, which goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to just play on the 1 and the 4 and we're going to repeat that for 8 measures in total. So let's try that right now. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Great. So that's basically the first half of the pre-chorus. The second half we're going to kick right in, as I said, to 4 on the floor, which basically just means we're going to start pounding out 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be repeated again for 8 measures. So the entire pre-chorus is going to be 16 measures in total. And then we're going to basically, so we'll try the whole thing right now. We're going to try and play the heartbeat rhythm for 8 measures, which is technically 2 repetitions of 4. And then we'll do another 8 measures of 4 on the floor with 2 measures of 4. Let's check that out. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4 on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Great. So that's how the pre-chorus is going to work alongside Christa's ukulele and guitar. You can choose to listen to the drum track or to the guitar track. We're going to have both of those available, and we will also have a video where we're both playing together at the same time. So you can choose which track you would like to listen to in order to record this. So the second half of this is the actual chorus. So this is where the actual lyrics come into play. And the lyrics are, we are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a beat on the kick and the snare where the hi-hat is just playing quarter notes. Now my snare drum is just going to be doing on the beats 2 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So the syncopation would work like this. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. And the bass drum, you're going to hit on beat 1 for the first beat, and then you're going to play on and 3 and 4. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 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 1. So we have the first beat is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Okay, so let's try that. So I'm going to sing the melody and the lyric at the same time as we play, so let's check that out. 1, 2, ready, go. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. Great, now there's a little ooh, ooh, ooh. And for that section, we're going to just emphasize that with a crash cymbal on each of those ooh, ooh, ooh. So we're going to try just that half. Now, the bass drum is going to stop doing the ands and just continue with our pulse on 1 and 3. The snare drum's going to stay on 2 and 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now that little snare lick that I put at the end is just as a sort of rhythmic cadence to sort of finish the phrase. So you will hear the way that the line works, the ooh, ooh, ooh. So it goes. Okay, so let's try the whole chorus right now. So right from the beginning of the We Are Waterloo. Let's try this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. Okay, so the sounds that I'm using might be a little bit different than your kit. In fact, I've tried to bring everything down a little bit in terms of the dynamics. It works just a little bit easier in terms of the quality of sound with a guitar and singing. I obviously have really small hi-hats here. These are actually just 2 splash cymbals I put together. So the sound quality is not really a big, heavy rock sound that you want. We're looking for something a little more singer-songwriter, kind of lighter in sound, hence the reason why I'm also using roots. So, you know, think about the quality of sound that you're creating with this drum set if you have a kit at home. And so maybe play with something with a little bit of a lighter stick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try the whole thing together with the pre-chorus, the chorus, and obviously the little rhythmic cadence at the very end. Okay, so let's check this out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the chorus. And we are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. We are, we are, we are, we are Waterloo. All right, there we go. That's the drum set part for our pre-chorus and chorus. Now stay tuned for how you can accompany with either a hand drum or even some found sounds from your kitchen. Okay, so for this segment, we're just going to talk about the hand drum specifically in accompaniment with the pre-chorus and the chorus. Assuming that you've watched the videos with Christa to understand how the structure works. If not, we're still going to go through those right now. So as I talked about in the drum set, there is a pre-chorus which is 16 measures in length. So what we're going to do on the djembe here, or any type of hand drum that you have at home, is we are going to replicate the sound of the bass drum on the hand drum here, the djembe in front of me. So in this case, we're going to use the flat palm of our hand, and we're going to strike the center of the head to get that really deep, rich, low sound. And so again, off the top here, we are going to do 8 measures of a heartbeat rhythm, which is going to be played on beat 1 and then 4 and then back to 1. So it's going to kind of sound like. Okay, so let's try this. So we're going to do 8 measures of this heartbeat rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 2, 3, 4, stop. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Then the next 8 measures are going to be what we call 4 on the floor, and so that's going to be Now you can alternate your hands if you want, whatever you feel is most consistent. I feel I have a little more consistency in my right hand, so I tend to drive pulse with my right hand. So let's try just doing 8 measures of 4 on the floor, hitting just the center low pitch of the drum. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So let's try and put the 2 sequences together. So we're going to do 8 measures of the heartbeat rhythm, and then we'll do 8 measures of the 4 on the floor rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 2, 3, 4, and 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 2, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, stop. Pretty straightforward. So now we're going to break into the chorus. Now with this drum, because we basically have just a sort of low sound and a high sound, we're going to break down the rhythm, what would be the kick and the snare. So in the chorus, we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 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 1. Now if we play that to the rhythm of the melody, it's we are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. So that's basically the rhythm. So again, I'm going to take this a little slower for you. So it goes low, high, low, low, high, low, low, high, low, low, high, low, low. So if I take it slow, it sounds like this. We are Waterloo. Okay? Now, the second part of that is the ooh section. So it goes ooh, ooh, ooh. And in that section, we're going to basically play both the high and the low sound on the drums. We're going to go ooh, 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 ooh. And so that rhythmic cadence is going to sit on the high sounds. Da, 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 da. So okay, so let's try and put those 2 together. So we'll do the chorus and the ooh section. Here we go, from the We Are Waterloo chorus. 1, 2, ready, go. We are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. There we go. So now let's try and put the whole thing together, both the pre-chorus and the chorus, and then we're going to have a look at the found sound instruments in the next segment. Here we go, from the top. So this is from the heartbeat. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 2, 3, 4, and 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 2, 4 on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the chorus, and we are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. There we go, that's it. Okay, so for our found sounds, I decided to try and bring some different things than I did from O Canada. So again, I broke into my kitchen and I brought a few different utensils down here today. So instead of using wooden spoons, this time I'm using a plastic barbecue brush and a spatula. Those are going to be my drumsticks. I have myself an egg poacher here, which kind of gave me that, reminded me a bit of a hi-hat sound. So sort of tight, crisp, sort of two cymbals put together. I actually put two cooking pans together to kind of create that sort of high-pitched snare sound. I took a mixing bowl as a big ringy sound. I figured that could represent the cymbal sound. And then I have a good old Tupperware bowl with the lid on it, which actually sounds kind of cool. It's really low and deep, so it kind of gives me that kick drum sound. Now, we're going to have to combine our hands together to make this drumming together. And so we don't have any of the feet in this video. So we're going to do a few different versions where we can make things a little more difficult or easy depending on what you have accessible for you at home. So again, same structure as we talked about in the earlier videos here. It's going to be the pre-chorus first and then into the chorus. So the pre-chorus is going to be 8 measures of the heartbeat rhythm and 8 measures of 4 on the floor. So we can play that on our mixing bowl right here. So here, let's just try the pre-chorus with 8 measures of the heartbeat and 8 measures of 4 on the floor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 5, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 2, 3, 4, and 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's move on to our next section, and this is the chorus where we actually have the lyrics. So we have 2 ways of how we can do this. We can play the bass drum with one hand and the snare drum on this hand. So we can play, for example, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then when we get to the cymbal shots of the oohing section, we can do So we have that sort of long sustained sound in the air. So we can try this just as is with using one hand on the bass as the bass drum rhythm and the other hand on the snare. So basically what you're going to do is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and So I'm going to sing the chorus at the same time that I play this, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pretty cool. So now if we want to kind of step it up a bit and make it a little bit more difficult, we can actually play the hi-hat with our left hand and just hold this beat. So the quarter note pulse actually will be. So then you can play both the bass drum and the snare with one hand. So like this, slowly. So this is just keeping pulse. So slowly it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. Ooh, ooh. Okay. So now let's try this up to tempo. So tempo is we are Waterloo. 1, 2, ready, go. We are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. All right, so let's do the whole thing from the top. We're going to take our pre-chorus, 16 measures, that's 8 of the heartbeat, 8 of the 4 on the floor, and then we're going to immediately break into our chorus drum. For this run, I'm going to actually play the hi-hat on my egg poacher, and then the snare drum and bass drum, otherwise known as baking pan and mixing bowl. Okay, here we go. So the heartbeat starts. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 4 on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8. Here comes the chorus. We are Waterloo. We are Waterloo. So that's it. You can use any of the utensils you see around your house, again, with the permission of your parents. Try and find some interesting sounds that maybe you can accompany this song with, and you can make your own rock band just out of the found sounds from your kitchen or garage. Okay, folks, so that's it. Please stay tuned for more information in the next few weeks. We're going to look at the verses coming up, first on guitar, and then I'll show you how the drums can accompany the verses. Please smash that like button and make sure you subscribe so you stay in touch with us. Every Friday we're going to be putting up videos all summer long, and we're going to be putting this video compilation together in September, so stay tuned for the official deadline for the video submissions, and we'll show you how to upload and all of that fun stuff later in this summer. So stay tuned and have a lot of fun with this song, and stay creative, for we are Waterloo.